Welcome to another video. My name is Sander and we are at Bass Lake Provincial Park. Stick around as we will show you what there is to do at Bass Lake, the beaches, the trails, the campgrounds and the area. This is the check-in in order to fill or dump with your trailer. It's at the beginning of the road, but you have to loop around here in order to get there. So now that we checked in, now we have to loop around and get some water and dump.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
So this is the fill station. Again, it's before the check-in, but you have to loop around because you cannot enter from that side. There's only one hose, it's not threaded, and it's on the driver's side. So if your fill's on the other side, you may have a hard time because as you can see, there's nothing on the passenger side. The other thing is, it is a single lane. So unfortunately, if you just need water, you may have to wait for people to dump. Or if you just need to dump, you may have to wait for people that are getting some water. So not an ideal setup. Bass Lake Provincial Park is located just outside of Orillia and is about a 1.5 hour drive from Toronto. So this is the campground itself. The registration office is over here. We are right here on 111. There's the beach there. You have some picnic shelters. As mentioned, the trailer sanitation station is outside of the park, so you have to go through the registration and loop around. However, as we just found out, there is a secondary fill station as well. So the campsites are Lakeview, which is all non-electric. We have Hilltop, which is partially electric and partially non-electric. Eastside, all electric. And then we have Cedar as well. So this is our side, 111. It's pretty spacious, as you can see. Lots of room. Now privacy-wise, connecting to 109, it's wide open. The connection to the hydro, it's not too far, so there's that as a plus. So there's 110 and side number 112. As you can see, there are pretty big sites here in the Hilltop area. One of the things that surprised me about this park is how hilly it was. I always thought Orillia was pretty flat, but there are some significant hills here. So if you take your bike, keep that in mind. This is what I mean when I'm talking about steep hills. There are some signs here, and believe me, it is pretty steep. So there is a trail system throughout the park. Not quite sure where we're going, but I see water there, so I assume we're heading towards the lake. Trail to the beach here is pretty steep, so just take your time. So this is the park store. You can get your ice cream, but you can also rent a kayak here as well. Again, you can rent your kayaks here. You can just hang out. So there's a nice little lakefront trail here that connects to the beach where the rentals are and further throughout the park. So it's a nice little trail. There's little spots like this everywhere with some picnic tables directly on the water. Further to that, here is one of the picnic area shelters. I believe there's 3 in total. This is one of them. Here's the beach area. As you can see, lots of picnic tables, lots of spots where you can have your lunch or snack or just hang out for the day. So right across the beach area, there is a little playground for the kids as well. Nice spots everywhere with picnic tables where you can sit right by the lake and just hang out, which is just nice. So here's another dock where you can launch your kayak, canoe, stand-up paddleboard, or tie your boat to temporarily. You can't leave it here overnight, but during the day you certainly can. So here's the pet exercise area. This is a leashed area, so keep that in mind. It's right located next to the boat launch here at Bass Lake. If you do launch your boat here, there is some parking right in front of the boat launch.
3 hours later.
So I looked on Google Maps, I didn't feel like cooking, and we are going to check out the Schnitzel Haus, which is a place about 10 minutes from the park that has the highest reviews, and everybody's raving about their schnitzel on the bun, so let's go check it out.
11 minutes later.
So this is the place right here, it's right on Highway 11. So the combo we had was the S1 combo. It comes with French fries, which by the way are absolutely delicious. And we have the pork schnitzel on a bun. So look at this. This is the schnitzel on a onion bun. That's lettuce, tomato, and schnitzel sauce. So let's check it out. That's really good. Definitely recommend it. It's very good. Definitely try out the schnitzel sauce. There's mild and spicy. I have the mild one. It's really mayonnaise based. Has some garlic in it, but really, really good. So if you are in Orillia or around Highway 11 South, stop at this gas station, stop at the Schnitzel Haus. It's really good.
The next morning.
Just a couple minutes from the park is a wildlife sanctuary. It's free access. If you want to, you can leave a donation, but let's go check it out. You can see the trail in yellow. Some part of the trail is pretty narrow and overgrown. Make sure you check yourself for ticks afterwards. So if you're in the Bass Lake area, again this is like less than 2 kilometers away from the campground. Go check out the building, go check out the birds, bring some change so you can feed the birds. For the trail it is a bit overgrown, but go past this building here, there's a couple of lookouts there just to overlook the swamp and marsh area.
Later.
This part of the trail is all boardwalk, which is pretty nice. Right by sign number 8 is where the original homestead is. You can't get in it, but you can see in it. This is one of the original buildings of the farm that used to be here. So this trail is a nice little trail. It's easy to do. I'm not quite sure how accessible it is by stroller or wheelchair. Probably you can do it. There are some tree routes, so keep that in mind. But if you're just looking for a nice trail to do, the homestead at 8 is pretty cool. And just before that there is a grain silo, I guess, from the original farm here. So yeah, pretty nice trail.
The following day.
Oh, Bass Lake. Bass Lake's surprised us. Honestly, when we were going here, I figured, you know what, we'll go there, check it out, and probably never be back. Bass Lake is different. Why is it different? First of all, I like the private campsites. The park is very well maintained, whether it's the park itself, the trail, they groom the beach daily. The trail to the homestead is nice. The area is nice. There's a wildlife sanctuary not even a kilometer from the park within walking distance to check out. The other nice thing is I really like this Waterview Trail. You can do it either by bike or walk it. Either way, it's not a very long trail. But the nice thing about this, you find spots where there's just a picnic table where you can kind of hang out for the day. You can sit there, you can swim there without going to the busy beach. However, what is nice about the beach area, there's a playground for kids. Not all provincial parks have it. Bass Lake definitely has it. Beach itself is nice, but again, on the weekend in the summer, it does get very busy, and that's why we like, again, the secluded spots. of the Waterview Trail. What surprised me about the park is how hilly it was. So if you're planning on bringing your bike, nice thing if you want to go from your campsite to the beach, it's all downhill. However, from the beach to the campsite, if you're in the hilltop or the lake view, you have to go uphill. So by the time you get there, you're probably due for another swim. So keep that in mind from a paddle perspective. You can see behind me there's a lake. There's multiple spots to launch your kayak or canoe or stand-up paddleboard. If you have a boat, there is a boat launch as well. But overall, I think we'll be back, which is, you know, something I did not expect of Bass Lake. So in addition to all of this, if you're looking for another provincial park to check out, why don't you check out this park here, which is one of our favorites.